Welcome back, unexpectedly, to Let's Play Sekiro. I think a week after we ended the LP, at least when the final part went public, there was a free content update for the game. They added a few costumes, a lot of boss gauntlets, and some minor player interaction. It's not quite the same as putting signs down in Dark Souls, but at random points you can just sort of drop a ghost for someone to watch, and it's not helpful in any way, but it's amusing, I guess.
So it's more like the death ghosts from Dark Souls, but it's a success ghost or something.
Kind of. I have no idea how it works.
Oh, okay.
But yes, you can now change form, and we can do reflections of strength and gauntlets of strength. The forms that you can actually change into depend on the gauntlets of strength you've completed. But right from the start, you are able to take on the appearance of an Ashina shinobi.
Ooh. Is it entirely cosmetic?
Yep.
Well, that's neat. I like the face.
And I'm going to be wearing these costumes as I go through the gauntlets. But this is the minor character interaction, the remnant. It is just another player doing something.
Great. Hours of fun. Some trap beats on this, it'll be the next TikTok dance.
Good luck doing it. But the majority of the DLC is the reflections and gauntlets of strength. Reflections of strength is just being able to refight a boss after you've beaten them. Very handy for practicing for the gauntlets. But at the start, we get 3 gauntlets. They're relatively short, and they each correlate to one of the 3 endings of the game. The very last boss is always secret, because it's not exactly the same boss that you fought before. Gyobu is always the same, though.
Oh, you got the English voices on this time.
Yeah, since they were in Japanese during the LP.
I've since seen some gameplay, including the English voices, and I appreciate you keeping them Japanese for the LP.
Gyobu is always fun. Whatever language they did, they made sure the voice actor gave it his all.
Who does he sound like? He sounds like someone. Maybe my neighbor, anyway.
Your neighbor, that TV presenter.
Right. Oh yeah, I think the example I gave there was Tom Bergeron. Ah.
As you could tell, at the time of recording, I hadn't played in over a year.
I was going to ask how much rust you had to shake off when getting back into this.
Let me tell you, once we get to the secret boss of just this first gauntlet, I sat down and practiced. I did rewatch a bit of the LP and play a little bit of the main game, but it wasn't quite enough.
Oh, now we gotta make the horse sad again. Get out of my way.
Yeah, Chris in the chat just said he's a very recent subscriber. This LP ended October 2020.
And the content was added like a week later.
I think so. A week or two.
Sheesh.
It was that October, I think.
Reminds me of how whenever I tend to start an older game, they always announce a remaster or a port of the game as soon as I started on the original hardware. That happened with Pikmin 3. I started Pikmin 3 on Wii U, and I was like, oh, hey, it's coming to Switch. I'm like, okay, I guess I won't be playing this for another few months.
I learned with Lady Butterfly, it's actually better to stick with the very first shuriken, because using the others just wastes all your spirit emblems. For not any additional damage. The only reason you use the shuriken against her is to knock her down from her wires. I thought it might be thematically fitting to use her own knives against her, but that just ended up using all my spirit emblems.
They're my knives. I know how to fight them.
See, I'm out. Chris asked, what is some advice you can give to a small-time YouTuber like myself? None. I don't know jack about what I'm doing.
Do what you want, dude.
I've been making videos on YouTube since 2008, and I've been running blind the entire time. I don't have a clue.
It's a lot of luck, so do whatever you want, and hope it works out. And don't expect to go into it making a career.
At least killing the little spirits can get you some spirit emblems. The interesting thing about the gauntlets is the very final boss of each gauntlet may not necessarily be the hardest one. Although actually, I think the last boss of this gauntlet is the hardest of the entire game. At least for me.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's preference. Like, I feel like one person's hardest boss is different from another's. And in games like this.
Yeah, Lil Aggie, who's a speedrunner who does Sekiro a lot, his hardest boss is one I'm able to beat every time, with taking very little damage.
Gotta love that diversity in gameplay. Or something. Or you, I don't know the words, but you get the idea.
The secret boss is Inner Genichiro. This is Genichiro, but with twists.
So he's made of rubber.
On the inside. Now, there are 3 new inner bosses. Each one has even more attacks, some of them extremely devastating.
Can't wait to see you die by them.
Genichiro, I did die to. Nope. Can't Makiri from the floor. That's one of his new attacks. It's actually a combo. Here it goes. That's a 3-part attack. If you don't perfectly counter it, you take damage no matter what. It's unblockable. It helps a lot to use your buffs. Yashiriku Sugar, I wouldn't actually use very much. You kind of need that buffer health. Stick to boosting your strength. Although there is one boss that using Yashiriku is beneficial for, if only because you can get through the first phase extremely fast. I don't know what happened there. The tricky thing about Genichiro is his bow for me. Because he likes to jump back, so you need to close the distance, but when he has that distance, he's going to shoot you with the bow. But if you can keep close and keep attacking him, sometimes you can catch him while he's pulling out the bow and get basically a free hit. There's a speedrunner tactic, aside from cheesing Genichiro, which is a completely different tactic, to do a 1-2 attack and sort of quickly wait and see what he's going to do. I think that is a new attack. A whole new flurry. But when he blocks your first 2 attacks, he's either going to do that, attack back so you can block it, or he's going to dash backwards so he can use the bow, or he's going to immediately use the bow. Basically, press the attack button, but be prepared to block cancel, just in case. And that's a pretty reliable tactic for fighting him. I need some backup here. Of course, also be ready to Mikiri. In other fights with Genichiro, he does a swipe instead of a stab when he... Actually, this is something new. He does the lightning twice.
What?
This is my first time fighting Inner Genichiro.
Damn.
He's brutal. Alright, this is my second take. If you die during a gauntlet, you have to redo the entire thing.
Oh, yeah, I was worried about that.
So, with this fight, I just dodged the lightning instead of trying to return it. So right there, when he does that midair stab and you block it, there's a chance he'll do a sweep instead of following it up with a stab. With the first 2 rounds, he always follows it up with a stab, so you always want to Mikiri that. For this, you have to quickly make sure that you don't get the kanji above you, so that you need to jump and dodge the sweep. If the kanji doesn't show up, get ready to block again, because then you can follow up a stab with a Mikiri. Lots of little tactics for building up his posture bar. There we go. Actually, in the long run, I think round 3 with Inner Genichiro is easier than the first 2. As long as you're careful with the lightning. The thing is, he is much easier, but only after you've beaten him the first time. Because there's a new attack art that gets added to this game, and you need to beat Inner Genichiro in order to unlock it. We also get new memories, so I can boost my attack power a little bit. But we unlocked the Sakura dance. You can use that to repel lightning.
Well, it's about time.
That makes Inner Genichiro, and also fighting Ashina, the final boss, very easy. because you get hit by lightning as you ready that attack, and you immediately return it.
That's crazy.
And normally, if you just get hit by lightning, jump, and return the lightning, you take a little bit of damage. With the Sakura dance, you take no damage. The Sakura dance was basically that black attack that Genichiro did that you need to perfectly block, otherwise you take damage. It's not exactly as powerful for you, but if you get powered up with lightning, it's pretty damn strong. Now this one is deceptively tough. Emma is not super powerful, and she's relatively slow compared to other bosses, but that's a good way to trip you up, because she takes her time so much. Also, that grab is, like, so hard for me to dodge. I rarely can. Right there, when she puts her sword away, that's actually a good time to disrupt it just by attacking her. She gets stunned when you do that.
I still feel awful fighting her.
Mm-hmm. This is the Shura path. The final boss is interesting. At least interesting in why they decided to go with it. Old Ishin, kind of one of the easier bosses, actually, at least for me. The only thing is, like Emma, he has a grab that's hard to dodge. But he does a lot of that, and attacks that are very easy to perfectly block. Like right there, if you can dash behind him twice, you basically get 2 free hits, because it takes him a while to turn back around so he can block you. I don't know why that didn't work. If you can get behind him, it takes him a while to turn back around. And he's not the only boss that works on. Now remember, in the second round, he gets much more dangerous because he likes to light the arena on fire, but you can disrupt that with firecrackers.
I thought you were going to say that he liked to use lightning, and I was like, oh, well, we have good news about that.
This isn't a new version of Ishin. I imagine if there was a new version, he would use lightning. He doesn't need to, he's got fire. I thought he was going to do it special. Now he is. That one you actually don't need to use firecrackers on, you just need to get behind him. It's this one you need to disrupt. That one I find pretty consistently easy to dodge. Right there. If you get the timing right, you can dash right behind him. At this point, after dying to enter Genichiro, I practiced pretty much every boss several times.
Was not to be.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he had a lot of trouble there at all. At least this go around. I'm sure that your first few probably didn't go as smoothly.
Nope. Now, important thing to remember, in between each boss, rest at the Sculptor's Idol. Like, actually use the rest option, because that refills your gourd and your spirit emblems. If you don't do that, you go into the next battle with less. This guy, you may not actually need to use the confetti. because it seems like every time I use this umbrella, my confetti deactivates, so I don't get any extra damage on him. So it's gone already. But Demon of Hatred, another pretty powerful and difficult boss, who I find consistently pretty easy to beat in this.
This was the final boss of the main game, right?
No,
No. Oh,
that's Ashina, Sword Saint.
all right.
Yeah, ran out of stamina.
Ugh, I hate how hairy he is.
That attack I find pretty hard to dodge, so I usually like whipping out the umbrella for that. If you have the ring, you can also use that to distract him, but honestly, just the umbrella is enough for me. In the second round, reactivate Akko and your confetti if you want to try that. Honestly, Akko Spirit Fall / Akko Sugar, those are the only buffs you really consistently need if you want to speed this up. For pretty much every boss, I mean. Wait until pretty much all the fire is gone before you attack with the umbrella. Otherwise, you'll get hit by the fire anyway. Yeah, come on. One thing I noticed about that attack, if you successfully deflect it, you're able to get a hit in on him. If you don't, then he's too far away. Now, the third round, remember, that's when he whips his arm around and creates a field of fire. You can actually jump over it and fight him within the fire. Just remember to do it twice. You can deflect that attack. You'll just take a little bit of fire damage. He's coming back around. Whoa. I don't know how I got through that. Oh, yeah. The umbrella does not protect you from a sweep, and that counts as a sweep.
It looks like it's got some vulnerability on the sides.
Oof. I think I bungled the deflection of that. Do. There we go. I got a few good hits on me, but I managed not to die. Which is how most fights with him go for me.
Got this guy down pat.
But now, who might be the final boss of this gauntlet? Its inner father.
Ah, Daddy.
I think the idea with the inner versions of the bosses is that they're Wolf's memories of those bosses and just how powerful they must have seemed. But Inner Father, he's a lot easier than Genichiro for me. When he does that attack and he whips out the firecrackers at you, you want to dash through them and get behind him. That's a good way to get a hit on him. Oof. I did that completely wrong. I meant to dash around behind him. Did you get stuck on something?
It kind of looked like it, yeah.
It's another case, like with older Ashina, it takes him too long to turn around so you can get 2 attacks on him. I love when you Mikiri that, his face actually goes, "Oh!" Now, something that I noticed in the process of doing this, why you want to deflect attacks as often as you can, it's not just for their posture, but for yours. Because if you deflect an attack and you hold up your sword, your posture recovers faster. If you just blocked and you didn't deflect, there's a delay before the posture bar starts going down. So it's like, you're basically recovering your posture on their terms, and you don't want that. So far, Inner Father doesn't have too many new tricks, at least nothing I can't easily handle.
Yeah, nothing seems like particularly crazy about any of these bosses quite yet in terms of like new stuff. Like it all blends into their main moveset pretty seamlessly, I think.
For the most part, yeah.
What a fine specimen. To honor your efforts and show you
Things get a little more interesting in the second round, though. Because along with being able to fly away as an owl, like an actual ghost owl, he has a new trick. Along with the firecrackers, you're not the only one who can use the shinobi tools. See? He has the raven's feather.
Oh.
And his owl goes sideways.
Interesting.
That's a trick. When he steps back and summons his owl to do the fire attack, you need to wait and pay attention. If the kanji doesn't show up, that means he's going to fly at you sideways. If it does show up, he's going to fly horizontal, you need to jump. But if he flies sideways, you need to dash to the side to dodge it. Damn it. I hate when he does that. Here, pay attention. Dash to the side. And he got stuck on a pillar. Alright, now this is a combo. At the end there, if you deflect it, you need to pay attention and get ready to jump. because he might follow it up with a sweep. Or he might follow it up with that overhead attack, and then you need to wait so that you can dash around behind him. Alright, I messed up the deflection, so he didn't follow it up. Followed up and dodge. So for pretty much every time I fight Owl, I'm not worried too much about his posture bar. I'm more worried about whittling down his health so that his posture stays open longer. Funny thing, that shuriken also does affect his posture, though. So it is possible for him to be in the air, you deflect a shuriken, and you do a death blow.
Does that look particularly different from, like, a standard death blow?
It looks the same, it's just you teleport over to him.
Ah, I see.
That was weird. Another funny thing, he doesn't really block your attacks unless you're close enough to him, so if you're just the right distance away, you can attack him and clear the distance, and he won't even try blocking it. And down. I don't think we saw that kill in the main game.
Defeated by my own son. The feeling is not entirely unpleasant.
And he follows it with a And he's not dead until he does the All right. Honestly, I think he's easier than Genichiro.
Kind of looked like it.
For that reward, we get a new costume. The Shura costume.
Oh, cool.
It's my cool, edgy anime outfit.
Let's see it.
First, I want to be stronger. For my edgy anime outfit. Owl was an awful father.
Well, now he's dead again, so don't need to worry about that any longer. Except for the trauma.
Look at that, with a red eye, too.
Wow, very edgy. With your singed body.
Alright, final gauntlet. Severance.
Gotta
fight the ape on this one.
I was hoping we'd see this boy.
This first round is the one time I think it's okay to use Yashiriku, as long as you can get it done quickly. First you use the Mortal Blow to distract him for a little bit.
Damn.
Then you can do it again to distract him for a little bit more.
Well, this seems to be going well.
If he does that big flop around, then you can't quite distract him again. You could use the firecrackers to do it. Like that. And he's down.
Oh my god.
The power of Yashiriku, the confetti, and the empowered mortal draw, all combined.
Well, he's not done yet, is he?
Nope. I don't think you need to use Yashiriku again. Nope, don't do that. You can use the mortal draw to disrupt that, which is pretty cool. You need to time it just right, though, otherwise you're going to take a ton of damage. Oh, no, I did it wrong. I held the button down.
It looked like you should have hit him.
The thing is, well, I'm using a different cleaver than the base one. The base one, you do a stab. That one, you do a sweep. Different spear, rather. There we go.
You're forgetting about all the nasty shit this game throws at you.
I wonder if this is going to be harder.
Enough talk. Been a while since we did this.
It's just normal, Dad. He does much less, it's just he stops you from healing. Sometimes. Maybe.
Are these gauntlets ordered by difficulty, or...?
They're just ordered based on their rough connection to the different endings.
Okay. I was gonna say, if this was supposed to be the hardest one, it would be odd to put an earlier form in there. Especially considering how you just decimated the ape.
I mean, with the ape, that was just learning a speedrun tactic.
Regardless.
Or that one, if he runs at you and attacks, he's going to follow it up with a health blocker. That's the word I'm going to use to describe it. With that one, when he throws the orb, dash behind him, do an attack, and then dash away. That way you can guarantee that you won't get hit by the gas.
Wait, please.
Nope, I don't buy it. Using the empowered mortal draw early in a fight is a good way to get their health down, so that their posture bar is already in the yellow. I don't even care. Oh, he's pushing me into the poison. If you time your dash right, you can go right through that smoke. Sounds like he's saying, look out! Thanks, Dad.
Always looking out for his son. He ain't so bad.
He ain't so bad having left me as a child in a forest of death.
Yeah. We all make mistakes.
Let me get a little bit of help here. Some tasty rice. Nutritious, uncooked rice.
Crunchy.
Typically, if you get caught in the smoke, he just tries to use the health blocker on you. That did so much for you. Ah, he got me. Fat lot of good it did him, though.
Shadow, you taught me well. That's my boy.
So supportive.
All right, do you remember this lady?
The area's looking for... Oh, yes, I do.
Very easy to use the Empowered Mortal draw on her at the start, because she just poses. I got a little thrown off by that, because I was expecting her to do a stab. It's hard to tell when she's actually blocking your attack or not. Alright, now remember you can cheese her second round by jumping onto this tree and getting ready to target. There we go, jump down on her. I actually think that's like the expected way to get through that round, actually. Because I did it wrong during a practice run and she summoned a bunch of those spirits, like the one that you fight earlier in the game. And they all jump at you and attack you, and then I actually got into the tree and she actually was there and I could jump down and do a death blow on her. So I think the game expects you to do that. That's just how to do it quickly. I think Wolf must be terrified of bugs, because that's all she does. Just throw a bunch on you. Blah. She does that a lot. Oh, man. Again, Genichiro, deceptively tricky. At least this one is just a single round. But he starts it with a pretty powerful attack.
Yeah, that is pretty powerful. I would know. You do it.
Because remember, he has his own Mortal Blade now. What are you doing? Oh, right. I got pretty lucky with that one.
Yeah.
Important thing to remember, all of these gauntlets are taking into account all of the items that you have, including your spirit emblems. So even though you can rest and recover your spirit emblems, if you don't have a lot in storage, you could run out. Same for all your other items. But the secret, very final boss is Inner Ishin. He's not too much more difficult than the original Ishin Sword Saint, but he was a massive monster in the first place, so best of luck.
Sekiro.
He also starts out with an incredibly powerful attack. Except this one you can't run away from.
Whoa, what the hell?
Yeah, for both Genichiro and Inner Ishin, you actually want to start with firecrackers. That disrupts their attack, and they don't usually try to do it again. And this is my first time fighting him, remember, because you don't unlock him to practice him until you've actually unlocked him in the gauntlet. And you can't end the gauntlet without ending it completely and having to start over. There is a tell there, it's the flash on the hilt of the sword. When it does that sideways step, that's basically an invitation, get ready to Makiri. Funny thing, first time playing through, Ishin can easily be the hardest boss in the game. He's incredibly powerful. He's basically a 4-stage boss fight, including Genichiro. At this point, he's kind of easier than Genichiro for me.
Oh, my blood boil. Take me, Sekiro.
This is a new attack.
Whoa.
There's 2 different variations of that. When he stands up and raises his sword and bares his chest at you, get ready to jump. When you're in the air, deflect, and then pay attention. If the danger kanji shows up, get ready to dash forward because he's going to do a stab. If it doesn't come up, get ready to deflect again because he's going to do a massive AoE attack. And you need to perfectly deflect that or you're going to take damage. Like that. I do enjoy fighting Ishin when he whips out the spear, though, because that means he's going to do a lot of stabs, which means I can Makiri all of them and get his posture bar up. He, like, 90% of the time follows up those 4 shots of the pistol with a stab. 1 out of 10 times he might follow it up with a sweep. So pay attention. Now do remember, I switched from the Empowered Mortal Draw to the Sakura Dance, because in the 3rd round, that's when the lightning shows up.
Oh, good news about... Oh, nice. That's crazy.
And unlike Genichiro, Ishin does not follow it up. I really fucked that one up. That's how devastating that attack can be if you don't jump. Yeah, where Genichiro could actually return the lightning a second time, Ishii never does. So the third round can go much faster if you're lucky. Yeah, if you don't deflect that, you're basically open for whatever he follows it up with. It's actually easier to just stay put when he does that, jump and deflect in midair, and prepare yourself for whatever he follows it up with. I fucked it up. Whatever.
Yeah, that reflection looks super useful. Oh, just realized I'm allergic to these plants. Fuck.
I do like that he adjusts himself.
Do it!
Right through the rock.
Well done.
Sharp blade.
Sekiro, farewell.
Nice. All 3 gauntlets conquered.
Woohoo.
Get one last memory. And one more costume, the Tengu, like Ishin himself. It looks really goofy.
Yeah, the portrait made it look a little silly. Maybe it'll look better on the model.
And for that, we get the ultimate boss rush.
Oh, God.
Almost every boss, we don't fight the screen monkeys and we don't fight the dragon. But everyone else, including the variants of Owl and Ishin, and Genichiro, and the 2 versions of the Headless Ape.
Oh. I mean, is there any, like, reason why those bosses were set aside?
They're just basically even stronger versions.
Oh, okay.
They have new attacks, all that.
I mean, the dragon and the other one that's not in here.
I think it's because they're too much set pieces rather than actual tests of skill.
Got it, okay.
I like that. He was so bloodthirsty that even the memory of him is bloodthirsty. I've got to remember to check out the Tengu. Got that big old nose.
Ah, yes.
I think even you get Ishin's facial hair too.
I like it. I like the shirtlessness.
Yeah.
I still think that standard wolf is the best one, though.
We're going to take a short break because the stream is not done. I decided I'm going to do the Mortal Journey Ultimate Boss Rush thing live. This is not the Tengu skin. This is the Shura skin.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna answer that, but I forgot the name.
All right, here we go. One last check of all my recordings. Audio and Audacity is going. Make sure the chat window is visible. All right, here we go, folks. Mortal Journey. The ultimate boss rush.
Live and in color.
Let's do it.
So just like the other boss rushes, if you lose once, it's back to the beginning, right?
Yep.
All right.
Move in haste and die, brat!
And it doesn't contain any bosses that you haven't already fought.
Right.
Cool.
It does include the inner versions. Grab onto his horn. I like that. It occurs to me I could have used my Akko. I'm gonna use that now.
You will not take
That's
this
the wrong button.
Yobu's head! Unikage, charge!
Worse, I know.
Why?
This is the saddest story.
Allow me to show you the wrath of a man who stood with the Ashina when they took this country!
Be careful in the second round if you use the firecrackers, because Yobu will actually follow it up.
Give me.
How confident do I feel, Bluff? I did a lot of practicing, so fairly confident.
Genichiro. Forgive me.
Wrong button. I think next one is Lady Butterfly. Yeah. For the record, I've never done Mortal Journey. I have practiced all the bosses and the other gauntlets individually, though.
Lady Butterfly. Why?
Why, indeed? You'll die if you doubt yourself, boy.
Feels like if you only do one or two attacks, she'll automatically go up. Usually she'll go up onto a wire, so you can knock her back down with a shuriken.
Impressive, boy.
You
Get
need to
down
do
here.
that phase fast.
Let's go even faster.
In that case, lose yourself in my illusions. Now we're having fun, boy.
Get out of here, dude.
You're surprisingly skilled, son of ours.
Some of these are so stressful.
Yep.
Just because of how fast they move. Well, that was nothing.
This is what a wolf looks like.
A wolf as in a man named Wolf, not a literal wolf as in an animal. That would be silly.
All right. Regular Genichiro. Still relatively tough, especially if you're more familiar with inner Genichiro by this point like I am, so he might trip you up.
Face me, Shinobi. I didn't think I'd see you.
Eat this. I don't feel like it.
Do the big fuck you sword.
One thing about the empowered mortal draw, they take damage no matter what, even if they're blocking.
I'm not finished yet. Shinobi of the Divine Air.
See, like he keeps trying to take out his bow.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Can I do it before? No. Remember, the third round, switch to Sakura Dance. And get ready to Makiri.
Nice.
And while he's stunned, you can get up to 4 hits on him.
Wow, that really trivializes him.
Yep.
Like how, like, some bosses in Mega Man are weak to their own weapon.
Kinda, yeah. And then remember to switch back to Empowered Mortal Draw. Because I prefer to save the Sakura Dance for the enemies that do lightning. Oh man, Guardian Ape time.
Oh boy. Monkey.
Let me see if I can do the quick first round. But I'm gonna need Yashiriku.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't this monkey have a poobie attack?
Yep.
Okay. We didn't see it last time.
Or not the fastest round, but relatively fast.
Seemed pretty comparable to last time.
There's a way to do it even faster. Like, as long as he doesn't do that big backwards flop over, you can kill him pretty easily. Without him ever doing an attack on you. That's the key.
The key.
No, stay over here. Speaking of which, I'm out of the spirit emblems, but I can still use the sugar. I'll speed it up a little bit more.
I forgot about the oopsie daisy attack.
Yeah. Hi, Pretty. Are you unfamiliar with Sekiro?
This is an interesting place to start.
Wrong way.
Fucking useless flop it does.
Yeah, a giant ape being a puppet for a centipede. That's Sekiro.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Now let's see if I can do this. Y'all remember the corrupted monk? And you know how you can cheese her? You can still do that in this.
Ah, the Karunk.
Let me see. Need Fistful of Ash. I need some spirit seeds. Or snap seeds. Need to line it up with this rock. Need to actually hit her with it.
Ah, my calf. Stop that. Glad this still works.
It's really goofy. It's not close enough. It's jumping off the rock, that's the hard part. Yeah. If I can cheese and it's funny, then I shall fromage.
I shall fromage.
Let me make sure I'm prepped. Yeah, I think we're good.
Enough talk.
Been a while since we did this.
He didn't let me get the confetti out.
Just like on my 4th birthday, Dad.
He was too far away.
Enough talk. How about you? Reminds me, I played Symphony of the Night somewhat recently. I didn't realize they redid the voices for that for later versions at some point. I was very disappointed at the general lack of cheese. It wasn't completely gone, but still.
I think there was one time where he just kept doing that. The shuriken and the kick. Oh, that's cheap.
Oh.
Luckily, I know all your tricks, Dad.
Yeah, they were fine performances. That was the problem. They were better, and that made me sad.
Wait, please.
I got the ground shakes when he thuds his face to the ground.
He's good at not letting me do the mortal blade on him, or mortal draw. There we go. Have a taste of my poison. Remember, you can dash through that smoke and get an attack on him.
Nice.
Oh, Shadow, you taught me well. That's my boy.
You're doing really good so far.
Thank you. This is what practice gets you. I know I'm poisoned. It was just at that point, who cares? Alright, double apes time. This is pretty tough. I think for this one, I'm going to try to get rid of the second ape. Like, as a priority. Attack you in your hole. Oh. Yeah, it's like... I guess you could use the contact medicine, but it's easier to just avoid getting poisoned, and if Owl does poison you anyway, then, like, just deal with it. Because then he can't poison you further. That didn't look like it was going to connect.
It's funny every time.
I like how thespian this ape is.
Yeah, gotta make sure the people in the back row can see your actions clearly.
Alright, gonna Tonto. Oh no, he's still fighting.
Oh, shit!
Okay,
Well, it didn't look like he hit you at all, so...
no.
Oh.
Ay. Yeah, this is the trouble. Trying to focus on
Double
one.
monkey.
Ah, he disrupted me. I'm gonna quickly use my droplet of blood. As soon as I can get away from them.
Do these modes have any different effects on your consumables, or do you just always lose them when you use them?
It basically counts as... Well, kind of glad you pointed it out. So, as long as you're in the gauntlet, any item you use is used. But once you exit the gauntlet, you get back any items that you used.
Oh,
So
okay.
The gauntlet is sort of like its own temporal zone.
Got it. I'd say that's probably the best way to handle something like that, so you don't gotta just go back and grind shit.
Yeah. I've had practice runs that did this better. Oof. Oh, this is bad.
Oh, yeah. If you get cornered, you're fucked.
The only thing I need to worry about is her. Let's see, I use some rice. She's almost down. All right. That's the struggle done with.
Your chances of winning drastic go up now.
For this one, actually, stay where you are when you jump, because then he does that. And again. Whew.
Ooh, my.
Another
Things
major
got hairy there for a second.
Yeah, that's another major hurdle down. And just like the boss, you can actually use the Mortal Blade on him if you want. Or you can just leave.
Or you could just get the hell out of here. Not Not Emma again.
Emma getting mortal bladed in the face, in fact.
No.
So you can disrupt that. So she's got a surprising amount of range on that grab. I've had a lot more trouble with her in practice runs.
Can't we just unlock the boss rush where you skip her so we don't gotta hurt her again?
She's a major boss. Gotta deal with it.
Shura, I never did think I'd have to kill your kind again!
See, I was too far for him to know that I was gonna attack I was gonna attack him. And then he bugged out there for a second. Yeah, Nakiri.
I'm not done!
Neither am I. I don't know if we saw that ground sweep before. I got distracted talking. There is a chance for him to get kind of caught in a cycle of doing that. Like this.
Sekiro, it was not to be.
There's not too many more left, are there? It feels like we're going through this real quick.
There's a lot of basically the same fight in the latter half. Nope, couldn't do that. I'm pretty bad at deflecting those. She's so floaty is the thing.
It reminds me of those like headless loincloth wearing mini bosses. How like slowly and awkwardly they move.
Oh, them, yeah. The headless.
Yeah, how could I forget such a name?
They could be connected, thinking about it. Remember to dodge. Some of those attacks are followed up with terror bugs. I somehow dodged the sweep by following it. She's so mad.
So mad. Such an angry monk.
Yeah.
Centipede Monster Part 2. I feel like, aren't there like tons of centipedes in this game?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they're
It's been a while.
they're like the literal corruption of immortality.
Yeah. I hate them.
I did LP Sekiro. That's why we're doing this, because this, like, for anyone who wasn't here early on, the free content DLC was added, like the free content update was added a week or two after we finished the original LP, and it's been so long, I decided to go back, practice the game, so that we could actually do this.
Right.
Shadow Justin, you've missed the majority of this, I think. We're now at the point where we're refighting some of the major final bosses of the game.
Yeah, we did post commentary on some footage she did of the other gauntlets, and now we are live commentating or go through of the big gauntlet of all the bosses.
Yep, and a reminder, the only bosses that aren't in the Mortal Journey are the folding screen monkeys and the Divine Dragon, because they're more set pieces than regular bosses. At least I assume, that's why.
They just never got the invite. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Dark Gloomy. Well, the title kind of implies that we're fighting all of the bosses, so hopefully folks can infer that there may be spoilers in there.
Yeah.
The topic of things coming out at just the wrong time. I forget if I've told this story on the channel before, but back when No More Heroes 3 got announced, No More Heroes games on Wii were getting kind of expensive and I wanted to play them. So I shelled out like $60 on eBay for a copy of No More Heroes 2. The very next week, the games got ported to Switch for $20. I was so upset. I still have that copy of No More Heroes 2, though. I ain't getting rid of that, but I was not a happy camper.
What a fine specimen you become, Wolf. Allow me to honor your efforts and show you this old owl's true power.
True power, running away.
True warrior knows when to retreat.
Hate when he does that. I'm wide open for an attack, psych. I'll at least check out Rune Factory 5 on a stream. I won't decide if I want to LP it until I've played it. Yeah, that kanji that pops up when he throws the fire owl at you, that's a signal that it's technically a sweep, so you can jump over it. Yep, missed him.
To be fair, Dark Gloomy, you have the same power to shrug off a killing blow, if you will.
True.
I think that's what they're going for.
Granted, I got that power from Divinity. I don't know what their excuse is.
If I may, probably ninja magic bullshit. Or shinobi magic bullshit. Oh, and a centipede. Let's not forget the centipede. Feels like you had that one down pat. It just took a long time.
Pretty much.
By my own son. The feeling is not entirely unpleasant.
You can't touch the sculptor's idol until he's done the
You leave when I tell you to leave, boy. You may now leave.
What are you even doing?
Ah, ah. Scream by Darth Vader. Ah.
All right. Let's prep a little bit for Demon Hatred. Prepping means is cycle to a different weapon.
Ye old hair crotch, we meet again. or also known as crotch hair, whichever you prefer.
I like hair crotch. It's more evocative.
I hate it, and I hate that it jiggles every time you hit it.
I blocked that. Come on. For it and go. The right moment. That's the right moment. Yeah.
Time to do some crotch grooming again. On a similar topic, I don't care if YouTubers take sponsorships or anything, but man, Manscaped sponsorships make me feel uncomfortable.
We have to gender your crotch hair.
It's not even that, it's just they have to spend a minute talking about their pubes, and I don't want to hear it.
Not gonna lie, I'm glad that's the direction it went when you said, speaking of crotch hair.
Let me tell you a story I thought of in the shower today.
And then we'll get some extra. Please keep doing that. It only cost me one spirit emblem to do this. Thank you, Tree.
Throwing them out to holding out for a Manscaped sponsorship. Is that like a hunger strike, except just without trimming your pubes?
Had just enough time to jump over. Oh, not there.
Oh.
I'll stop doing that. It's extremely hard for me to dodge those fireballs.
Actually have a Discord. Would you mind if I shared a link real quick for anyone interested?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, right. I was using Discord to watch the video.
Just went right over my head.
Okay, if anyone wants to join the TheStrawhatNO Discord, it's free and all that. There's the link.
Do let me know if you are a patron, though. A
Yeah.
patron of mine. Because there's a special role and a secret text channel for patrons.
Right. And if you care to join our Jackbox streams, then you also get first dibs on games.
I'm also working on stuff for my personal channel. Wait for him to stop talking. I'm working on stuff for my personal channel, and patrons will be listed in the credits for those.
I can't wait for that stuff.
Some of it is going to be based on music. I'm working on videos where I've been listening to one new album every day, or at least trying to, and I'm going to make videos recapping what I listen to. And I'm working on a video ranking all of They Might Be Giants' albums from worst to best. Let's see. No, don't quit.
Oh, don't do that.
Also working on a review of the Sonic Boom TV show. But I'm still in the process of watching all that.
Yeah, we've been watching it together. It's been a lot of fun.
Restore Ashina to
We
glory.
need to get back to that, like, soon.
Yeah.
I will not allow Ashina to be crushed.
Oops. I forgot he was going to follow it up. No, you don't. You fight Genichiro Way of Tomoe twice. Once at the end, the first time you fight Genichiro, and second before you fight Ishin Sword Saint. Speaking of which, after Ishin, we'll be in the home stretch. I think it's just the inner versions left.
Sekiro. How my blood boils. Face me, Sekiro.
I read that as "ow, my blood pills."
You can deflect that as long as you get it just right. He has a very slight tell, just the slightest twitch before he swings.
One here, quick.
I managed to deflect that even though it was a stab.
Earth Sword Saint is a special mythological title in Japan because it's also a Fire Emblem thing. So, well, let me look it up. The literal translation of Kensei is Sword Saint. So yeah, Kensei is an honorary title in Japan, given to a warrior of legendary skill in swordsmanship. So yeah, Sword Saint. It's a direct translation, but it is a thing.
I love when they just stand there.
The Wikipedia page does mention Ishin in the popular culture section. He's made it big, y'all.
And I remember to switch to Sakura Dance. That was the perfect time to do some lightning, Ishin. Come on.
Why are you goading me on like this? I must know.
Because of this!
Ah, it is I who is a fool.
Yes, please do it again. Haha.
I feel like you've been struggling all that much. You've really been practicing, clearly.
Yeah. I started practicing in November, I think.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
I haven't been doing
Frankly,
it daily, but I have done it a lot.
I mean, at that point, if you're struggling at all, I'll be disappointed in you.
Do it! Well done, Sekiro. Farewell.
And only his sword is visible from the grass. I think next is Inner Genichiro, so switching back to Empowered Mortal Draw. And here we go. This is the last major hurdle for me. I've practiced Genichiro a lot, and he's still tricky for me sometimes. It's important to remember he starts out by doing his powerful attack, so I want to use firecrackers on him.
Face me.
I feel like dealing with that shit. Block, block, and you can dodge underneath that.
I'm not finished.
the divine air.
Yes, please keep doing that. I can very consistently block it and dodge it. Except for that. I'm gonna switch to Sakura Dance ahead of time. Sakura Dance works whether you have the spirit emblems or not.
God, it's so good. Do you get this ability for the main game once you get it here?
Yep.
Nice.
He's not returning it now. It's like he'll sometimes return it a second time, sometimes he won't. Haha.
Again, like nothing. Every time I look down at your health, it's always full. Now imagine going through it. Well, I was about to say, imagine going through all this, but your health doesn't refill and your, like, dying twice ability doesn't refill either, but it doesn't seem like that'd be a problem for you either.
I wouldn't say that. It sure didn't help
yeah,
with fighting the headless ape.
Oh, I mean, oh, did you die then?
They took me out a couple times, yeah.
Very well.
Oh.
But we're pretty much in the home stretch now, folks. Again, I was too far for him to react. And that pillar was too close.
My eyes ain't so good these days.
I think you can dash through those and get an attack on him. Again, when it comes to Owl, I'm more concerned with whittling down his health than filling up his posture bar really fast. That was an accident. Yeah, you unlock the inner bosses by doing the other gauntlets. They're like the secret final bosses of each individual gauntlet. And then in Mortal Journey, you fight all three of them along with the original versions. What are you doing? I keep pressing attack while I still have my block up. That's why it keeps happening.
fine specimen you've become, Wolf. Allow me to honor your efforts and show you this old owl's true power.
That I did do on purpose. Remember, no kanji came up, so that means he was going to throw it sideways.
What? Oh.
Yeah,
It looked like it just vanished.
he kind of does. So something I will say about Sekiro, in the LP, I said it might have become my new favorite of all the From Software games. I've replayed Bloodborne for the channel because we're going to be doing that for an LP in the future. And I actually think Bloodborne is still my number one, but Sekiro's a pretty solid number two for me.
It feels like people just can't resist Bloodborne. Even if they try.
They're both excellent and utter works of art as games.
Still need to give Bloodborne a fair shake. I tried it once and I was actually in a bad mood when I started. So probably wasn't the fairest situation. PS5 patch sure would be cool, though. I would like to play that game at 60 FPS.
Farewell. Defeated by my own son. The feeling is not entirely unpleasant.
I will be giving Elden Ring a try, though. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, imagine because Elden Ring's coming out, it would be a bad time to do something with Bloodborne and potentially divert funds and income.
Count second.
All right, final boss, y'all.
All right.
I don't know why that didn't work. Again, what the hell? I'm not getting hit, at least.
Yeah, Gloomy, I feel like FromSoft games don't do well to people with certain phobias. Or just sensitivities to nastiness or noise.
Now my blood boils. Face me, Sekiro.
Block and Mikiri.
Had me nervous for a second.
Block. Makiri. That one's tight to block. Good.
My favorite FromSoft game is The Adventures of Cookie and Cream on PS2. Just kidding, I haven't played that game yet, but I want it. It actually looks really cute and fun.
They had a wild library before Miyazaki came in.
Yeah, they sure did. And there's that, like, first-person PS1 dungeon crawler that seems very much like a Dark Souls predecessor.
Kingsfield, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, that.
I think Miyazaki said that Demon Souls was partially inspired by Kingsfield.
Right. Definitely believe that. Nightmare Creatures wasn't FromSoft, right?
I don't think so.
No, because that game is also feels very Dark Souls with like 20 years earlier. 10 or 15 more like.
Yeah. Oh yes, finish this off.
Yeah!
Yes.
Lightning 'em! First try. Oh, now I'm sad.
This is me being sad.
Do it! Well done, Sekiro. Farewell.
And that was all the new content complete.
Yeah. Now, what's your reward for doing this one?
I get to upload it as a video.
Whoa! Such unique implementation of features. Wait, is there really no bonus for doing all that?
Not for the Mortal Journey. That's basically just bragging rights.
Ah, come on.
Let's see a little
give
more of the Tango.
Wolf a t-shirt. Well, not here. Don't give him a t-shirt here. We don't
Undo
want a
the
t-shirt
t-shirt.
here. Yeah. I like how Wolf isn't shredded, you know? Like, he's clearly fit, but in a very realistic body type.
Yeah.
Let's just cause some general havoc now. Sorry about your barrel, ma'am.
Havoc caused.
Havoc successfully caused.
This is another pretty good be right back screenshot.
Yeah. Don't go anywhere. I'll know.
All right, folks. But that's everything.
Sekiro done again. Really thirsty.
Let's see. Do we have anything coming up that we want to talk about? Because
I mean, the Twilight Princess is wrapping up here soon. We're going to be recording the last of that next week.
and then when
War.
that's once all that's recorded, I do want to focus our attention on writing the next SFA movie. So LPs might slow down for a bit.
Yeah. I've been thinking about heading another LP. I feel like I have less time than ever lately. So I can't guarantee anything, but I'm thinking about it, and I want to keep it like somewhat of a surprise, but just maybe keep once WarioWare's done, which it's all recorded and everything. It's going to come out every Monday until it's done. Keep an eye out for anything else from me. Next week there won't be a Persona stream since we will be finishing up Twilight Princess, but hopefully the week after we'll get back to Persona.
I feel like that'll be everything. Although, when I do get back to LPing after the SFA movie, the next Zelda LP will be the CDI games.
I cannot wait. We all know the cutscenes, but are you aware of just how unbearable those games are to play?
I've seen them. I have an idea.
I cannot wait. And I am sorry that I cannot wait because it's not good. It's not a good thing to do as a friend, but it's going to be fun for me.
You're a warrior. Your job is war. You want peace.
I'm out of money now.
Gee! Thanks for making me broke, King! I guess we'll end the stream there. Thank you all for watching.
Bye-bye.